All right. Welcome back to another Elevated Marketing Dad podcast where we simplify complicated digital marketing topics. And today I think we will talk about local SEO, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think, you know, a lot of times when people talk about SEO, there's a difference between when you want to rank for, a big major term or question and your business is across the entire United States versus, well, I'm a local business. I'm a local contractor. I'm a local healthcare facility and I only service this area.
Yeah.
And there's strategies
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. The principles are relatively similar, but like you're saying, the strategies, there's so many different things that you can do to rank locally.
yeah, it's an interesting because one of the first things that I think about when it comes to local SEO is your Google My Business, and I've been asked before, well, if I can service anywhere in the world, do I need a Google My Business profile? And my answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It's a free tool first and foremost. I mean, it'll take a little bit of brain power and some
hmm
work along the way, but why not?
yeah, yeah. Well, whether or not it's SEO or AEO, like you said, like it's a free tool and it's almost like a mini website. And
Mhm.
there are a lot of tactics within Google My Business that you really need to make sure that you have that thing fully optimized because Google at the end of the day or ChatGPT at the end of the day or whatever else, they're pulling from map information.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people underestimate the power of a Google My Business profile. There's an abundance of information you can display about your business on these profiles, even down to your social media accounts. Like, there's a lot that you can gain from that. And I think something else too would be some customer reviews, which
Oh
in
yeah.
turn you can use in other areas.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I often get asked that too. Like, should we get reviews on social media or should we get reviews on Google My Business? And I'm like, start with Google My Business, and once you've got a good build up there, then yeah, social media is also great because social media is SEO anymore too, right?
Really is. It's definitely playing a bigger role, it seems like, these days as well.
Yeah. I think the next one is such an old school SEO tactic that has been around for a very long time. But it's NAP consistency or name, address, and phone number being consistent. So, really need to pay attention to this. And there are a ton of listing type sites out there that you really need to go out and make sure that you have the same name, address, and phone number across multiple areas.
Yeah. And I think too, even going out and creating those listings
Yeah. Oh yeah.
is
Might not even have them. Yeah.
well, and it seems, I mean, there's a lot of options out there, so it can seem a little bit overwhelming maybe when you're getting into it, but it really can help pay off your local SEO efforts.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. So number three, this is you got to do. I think it's a big part of what we do is just creating those localized landing pages for each area that you serve.
Yeah.
So there can be like individual cities or neighborhoods. Like we're in a metro area, so there's definitely suburb cities that we need to create pages for each one of those.
Yeah. And with these pages too, it's definitely, I think, something it'll always be evolving, not only as you find more out about your audience, but as things change and need to be updated. But with these pages too, I mean, it's important to carry that throughout your website. That could be through other links internally or maybe different buttons, but
Yeah.
definitely having those localized pages.
I think the trick is what do you put on these pages?
Yeah.
And that's where you got to be a little bit more strategic, because depending on your service line, sometimes different pages don't make sense. But I think really highlighting maybe clients that you've helped in different areas and then having that kind of build off into their own separate pages could really serve both purposes of SEO and, um, you know, your client and people seeing that you've actually helped other people.
Yeah. I think a mistake that we see sometimes with local pages, however, are it's content that's it's just for the purpose of getting the location and the service out there, and it's not necessarily useful or helpful content. So
Yeah,
I would say though too, like although it is a strategy, it's still just as important to have valuable, rich content on these local pages as it would be, say, a blog post.
yeah, yeah. Uh, you know, being part of your local community and, you know, earning links back to your own website. So, for instance, I recently did some speaking, and so I was able to obtain a link back from a local chamber back to our website. And so, there's definitely local blogs, local podcasts, industry associations, nonprofits. Anytime you can kind of stay involved with the community and get those backlinks to your website, that's definitely a great idea.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, you have the benefit of your sponsoring likely or just your involvement in general should you should get that out there. And so those backlinks, I guess, really are just kind of an added benefit.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I think, the next one I would talk about is probably structured data, which is really a technical thing. So there's a lot of local structured data that, I would definitely focus on. Um, and that's probably the last one I would focus on. That's really going to just help you kind of rank locally.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, definitely one of those technical items and strategies, but it is important. And I think it's kind of made a comeback.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for listening today, and hopefully you enjoyed today's show. If you want to get on our newsletter, you can head over to elevatedmarketing.solutions, and or you can follow me over on LinkedIn, Jennifer Denny, and that's it for now. All right. Take care.